Hello, 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 welcome back to Hunter Tune. Today I'm dropping off the EF. I talked about in the last video that it needs some fab work. I don't have the pie cutting experience to make a downpipe work right here. And I just got the car hauled over here. It doesn't look very good because, well, Wisconsin, it's freezing cold out. And the roads are very salty. And I did not put it in the enclosed trailer. So, well, hopefully we can get this thing cleaned up. And Team Defiant over here is going to be helping me figure out some intercooler piping and some exhaust on this, and hopefully we can make it legit. So we're just gonna do a little walk around here at the shop. This is a Skyline, little CRX over here that they're working on. Almost the same setup I got. This radiator would have worked out a lot better, I think, because it's a lot narrower than the one I have, but it's wider. So that one probably would have been pretty sweet to try out. Got some other cars in here. Beamer. I just came and helped him tune this thing. This is a Trans Am with a turbo. This has a billet 7875, and it's running running on Holley Terminator. It's got a set of Deca 80s, 3-bar map sensor, and yeah, came over here the other day, got that thing fired up for him. Got DA up on the lift. Looks like they got a little spray booth or something here. And then there's a ton of Hondas outside too that we might show you. Guy likes to build engines, and he's building this one right here. It's got a degree wheel on it. We're gonna try to. You're gonna have to teach me how to do that stuff too.
Yeah, I gotta learn myself first. But.
Yeah, I've never actually used a degree wheel and degreed camshafts, so I think it's pretty cool he's trying that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna be getting crafty with the piston swap. I think I might have to fabricate something. I'm thinking about. I saw, what was it, not SP2, it was somebody else, but someone did a where they. I think it was Real Street actually. They took a spark plug, broke it, and then threw the threads in it, and then.
Oh, really?
Piston slot. Yeah, because then you just threads right in.
Yeah.
And you got yourself a piston stop. So think about doing that so it's an actual physical piston stop instead of using the dial to kind of get that.
Right. Like a dial indicator to see? Okay.
Because I have that third one, but I'm thinking about
I feel like a dial indicator would be better, wouldn't it?
Yeah, to fine tune it to get that center line, yeah. But to, I don't know, some videos I saw, they were using a physical piston stop just to set the top dead center on everything.
Sure.
But we'll see how it goes. It's my first time really
doing the degreeing,
the whole degreeing thing on that. So.
Yeah, I usually just chuck them in and play with them until they make good power, but it's definitely the better way to do it this way.
Yeah.
So
pretty bulletproof.
Otherwise, he likes to build engines, and got a bunch of stuff over here he's building. He does customer builds and stuff like that. Team Defiant. He's actually probably 5 miles from me, so it's kind of cool that we've been working together a little bit more. He's been sending some stuff over for tuning, and I'm sending some stuff over here for getting some fab work. So all helping each other out here, and hopefully we can all help you guys out more too. All right, we're back at the shop, and I got this turbo Silverado that just got dropped off, and we're gonna throw a HP tune in it. It's a On3 Performance turbo truck here. It's a 5.3. We're just writing the ECU right now, doing a right and tire, changing the operating system to speed density, and hopefully we can get this thing up and running. This guy just dropped this thing off because it didn't run. He just put the turbo kit on and brought it over for me to get it running and dyno it. So first things first is we obviously got to get it running. Here's the engine bay. It's kind of dark in the corner of the shop here, but it's a On3 2007 Silverado. It's got an On3 70 mil basic stuff, pretty much like I did on my turbo truck back in the day, except this is a 07, which typically has the 58 tooth reluctor, and this is a Gen 3 engine. So he took the Gen 3 engine and took a Gen 4 crank reluctor and put it on the Gen 3 crank. He did that, and then he's still running the front timing cover and a cam from a Gen 4. So hopefully all that stuff works. I'm pretty sure he's running a Gen 4 cam. I hope he is, because if he's not, we're gonna have a crank sync issue, or a cam sync issue, and it's not gonna wanna start every time. So that's really common. I've actually dealt with a ton of those in the past where guys, you know, do a DOD delete and they put a Gen 3 cam in it, and they you know, you don't have a cam signal then, so you'll get backfires and pops, and then the next time you try to start it, it'll finally start. So yeah, we're just waiting for this to get done. This thing's a total sleeper though. It's a regular ass looking 2007 extended cab 4-wheel drive Z71 pickup truck. Another thing too that we're gonna just kind of put a light tune in this thing because it's on pump gas and it still has the 4L60E. He did put a stall converter in the 4L60E, but the sun shells and a ton of other little parts in these 4L60s are junk. So I don't want it to break on my watch, and I already told him he's gonna break it. So we're probably gonna do, and it also has the stock drive shaft in it, which sucks. It's a one-piece aluminum. I don't know how these newer trucks are, but the older ones especially, the drive shafts come flying out of them at like 100 miles an hour. So we're gonna be doing some second gear dyno runs with this thing, which the pulls are gonna be very short, but I'm not risking throwing the drive shaft out of this thing, especially because it does not have a drive shaft safety loop. So we're just gonna get it as good as we can with the second gear pulls, and then maybe he'll upgrade the drive shaft and stuff like that later. So I did, however, turn the key forward while we're still waiting for this to finish writing. I did turn the key forward yesterday, and the fuel pump came on and it shut off right away, like went, you know, meh, and then kicked off. And this thing has supposedly twin 340 pumps in the tank from On3. And when I turned them on, like, they weren't that loud. Like, it sounded like maybe only one of them was running. And the fuel pressure barely made it to 20 PSI. I actually took a video with my cell phone that I might put in here to show you. Like, I mounted my camera to see how high the fuel pressure would go. And I don't know if we have to adjust this regulator or if the gauge is off. Yeah, see, the fuel pump just turned on there because the ECU is almost done writing. And it only went to like 20 PSI, so. And I tried to force the pump on the HP Tuner scanner, because you can actually take the fuel pump and turn it on. Now we're just doing the transmission, right? The engine side is done. So I tried to force the fuel pump on and crank the PWM all the way up, and the pump would turn on and then shut off. Like, it wouldn't stay continuously running, and I don't know why that is. So we're just gonna get this file loaded in and hopefully everything is good. There is a couple other concerns that I am worried about on this truck, is because it has an Amazon brick style 3-bar map sensor, which if they work out of the box, so these map sensors, they're like the old school 3-bar brick style. If they work out of the box, which most of them don't even work, if they work, they may blow apart. So, like, the boost pressure will make it explode. So these map sensors aren't great. The ones I usually recommend are, you know, GM replacement ones. Those are the ones that I run, at least. Because there is actually, believe it or not, GM manufactured parts out there. And On3 actually sells map sensors too that work. So I like to run the On3 sensors or a GM replacement. This truck has a set of Deca 80-pound injectors, and it is running on 91 octane pump gas. So that's the file that we're gonna load in here, and hopefully we can get this thing going.
Like gear?
All right, so we're gonna try to start this thing. It already wasn't wanting to start, so we're gonna try again. And I wanna see what the fuel pressure is when I'm cranking it. Go up to
35 to 40.
35, 40. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to loosen that jam nut right there, and I'm going to tighten in the screw a little bit and see if we can get that thing up to like 60 PSI, because that's where it's going to want to run. All right, so we just turned the fuel pressure up on this thing. and it still only runs like 30 psi fuel pressure. And I just dropped the Allen wrench. I just cranked it another like couple turns. We'll go see what it runs now for fuel.
Where'd my light go? Same thing.
So with me like the fuel pressure regulator is almost bottomed out. I have it tightened in so far, and it still only runs like what, 30, 35?
35, 40.
35, 40. Yeah. We need, like I said, this thing probably needs like 60, and it should be going up. But it just seems like the pump, it just ain't running that strong. So, yeah, and the way they have the fuel lines routed, I don't really like either, because it has like, I'll show you here. So the feed line coming into the rail goes into the back, and then it comes out up front to this 180, and then the 180 goes, actually the 180 is the one that goes, that's the feed line. So this is the feed coming from the fuel pump right here. The back of the rail is going up to one end of the regulator. And then the same thing on this side. It has its own feed line coming up right here. And then the back of the rail is going to the other side of the regulator. And then the bottom of the regulator is going back to the tank. So, I've never ran them like that. I always, even with a twin fuel pump setup, I always just run one feed line in to one side of the motor and then cross over and then go to the regulator after it goes through the rail. So, I mean, that's kind of how this is set up, but like, maybe only one fuel pump is working. Like maybe we only have one line getting fuel out of it. I don't know. Might have to crawl under it and see like what the line looks like. And there's not a hole in the bed, so that sucks. If there was a hole in the bed, then we can figure this out real quick. So we're underneath the truck, and you can see there's a line, So there's two lines coming out of the tank, I think. Yeah, two coming out. I don't know where the hell it's returning to. The lines are going up. Weird. Yeah, so unfortunately, we got the file in the truck, and it should run, but we're not getting no fuel pressure.
Action!
All right, so the Silverado is, the guy's actually coming to pick it up because it has an issue, fuel pressure or something is going on. He said that he's only like 20-30 minutes away from here, so he said that he's just gonna come pick it up and try to figure out the fuel pressure issue. So figure save him some money, he can bring it back. I hope this truck doesn't have other issues because it's a Gen 3 engine, so 99 to 2006 engine, which typically runs a 24 tooth crank reluctor wheel, and he supposedly put a 58 tooth reluctor wheel on the Gen 3 crankshaft, which I don't know, you know, if it's lined up right. I've never done anything like that, so I don't know how difficult the swap is, or if they work good or not. Also, the Gen 4 2007 and up trucks want a different cam sensor, which he said that it's a Gen 3 cam, and I don't know, it's got a lot of mismatched parts in it. and I hope it all is set up right. And if it is, you know, the fuel pressure issue should solve it. He's actually might send me some pictures when he gets the fuel pump out, and I'm gonna try to give him some advice on what to do. So in the meantime, we're just kind of waiting for him, and I'm gonna take the front bumper off of the Mustang here and see if we can get a better idea of how I want to mount the new radiator in here.
Sit.
She's
Good
being
job.
good for the
I know, that was good. Yeah, it was good. Bite.
All right, so we're gonna get this off. And another thing, I've never taken the bumper off of this car, and there's a ton of weight up front here that we can remove. Look at that big styrofoam crash bar chunk. We're gonna get rid of that. Yeah, it's probably a whole 4 pounds. Next, I don't know if I can take anything else out of here. This big bumper, I don't know if I can remove this. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Roxy, don't eat my bumper, please. There's more styrofoam in the actual bumper here. So sure, I think we can maybe remove these 2 bolts right here. I don't know if there's any other ones holding it. Probably 2 over here and 2 on the other side. See if we can get that taken out next. Not Roxy. That is not Roxy's toy.
She's so dumb.
She's sassy. That's not yours. That's not yours. That's not yours. That's not yours.
Let's block her in and get her. She's so dumb. I hate her so much. Ooh, she's fast. She listens well.
Yeah. Drop. Drop.
Roxy girl, come here, pretty girl. Roxy, come here. Roxy girl. Roxy girl.
She doesn't care.
Nope.
Look at that. There. Now stuff is a lot easier to get at, and I can mount this a lot more properly. And I can figure out how I want to do the duct for the turbo, if I decide to do that. Now I'm at home, just getting some orders knocked out. Blowing up some decapped injectors for huntertune.com. I'm going to show you the Grom, some progress on that quick, and then I'm going to end the video. Alright guys, end of my day today. I got all my orders filled over here, ready to ship out for tomorrow. Actually, I didn't get all of them done. I still got to go get a computer, a PCM for a guy tomorrow. And then, yeah, But I wanted to give you guys a little update on the Grom. I'm actually gonna make a video right after ending this one on the issues I've had with the fuel tech so far and what I've all done to the Grom. But since the last video on the Grom, I installed the fuel tech and everything. I got it running. I put a stock Honda Civic injector in it. It's like 240cc. This engine's a 210. And I rode it around for a little while on E85 and everything was doing pretty good. There was one issue that I was having with it that I'm going to talk about in the next video. So if you guys are interested in fuel tech stuff or Honda Grom content, definitely go check that out. But I've been busy on this thing the last couple days. Me and my buddy actually made this fuel pump hanger out of a piece of plastic 3-inch round stock. We cut it down in his lathe so it fits into the stock Grom, like where the stock fuel pump is. And I put a 6AN bulkhead on here and a 90-degree fitting, and that runs down to a fuel pressure regulator. The same regulator I run on pretty much all of my builds. This is the same one on Black Betty. I put it on my Fox body. I've put it on numerous other cars, and they're on Amazon. They're super cheap. They work good. So yeah, Grom has a big fuel system now. Big Walbro 255 is installed in the stock Grom tank. I relayed the power going to the fuel pump so it gets direct battery power. And there's some other issues I've had with the fuel tech that I'll talk about, like I said. But yeah, I also put a return line on the bottom of the tank here. So I'm going to talk about all that later. But I just wanted to kind of give you guys, I don't know, just go through my day, I guess. So thanks for watching. I am still filling orders every day. I've been partially slacking on doing dyno tuning and stuff because the website's been doing so good. So thank you for all the support, guys. I did get a bunch of genuine SST chips in stock now. There's a short supply of these things and they were tough to get for a little while, but I don't know. Shoot me an email if you guys need anything. huntertuned@gmail.com. Check out the website. I have to update. I'm going to do some update stuff here soon with the website and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep selling you guys awesome parts. And just remember to have a great night and a better tomorrow. We will see you later.